Welcome back. We are now moving on to Young X-Men issue 12. Now, the Young X-Men, for those of you not familiar, there aren't that many mutants in the world. This is thanks to the Scarlet Witch and House of M. Scarlet Witch, for those of you who don't know what happened in House of M, Scarlet Witch pretty much got rid of close to 1 million mutants. There's only 165, don't quote me on that, mutants left in this world. Now, the Young X-Men, was put together by who they thought was Cyclops. This wasn't true. It was somebody just trying to trick them to go up against the original X-Men. Well, they had, of course, there were casualties, and many people suffered, and the X-Men, of the younger X-Men, but they eventually got with the right X-Men, Cyclops and all of them who are now in San Francisco. Well, there's one X-Men in particularly named Ink. Now, we all thought his mutant power was any tattoo he would get would be his power, which was true. But he's not a mutant. The artist who gave him the tattoo was the mutant and had the ability to create a tattoo and give you that power. Now, Ink has the Phoenix symbol over his eye, giving him the power of the Phoenix. Limited, but still makes him a very dangerous, even though he's human, still makes him a dangerous mutant. Now, he also has the medic symbol on his hand. In the last couple of comics, we find out Sue-Ray, Dust, was having a particle issue where she was essentially cutting apart and going to be dying. Well, also, there's another story going on within this comic of the older X-Men, where Wolverine's aged, Emma Frost is old, wrinkly, and saggy. He does, just terrifying. And there's a woman who killed Wolverine. Now, the way it was leading, you would have thought that it was Jean, because Jean always comes back. But we find out in issue 12 that it was Sue-Ray, Dust. Essentially, she comes back to life wrong, and she goes after all the mutants. Now, it's a total cliffhanger, and unfortunately, we have to go to other comics because this is the end of the Young X-Men. The series is completely wrapped, and they're moving on to other series because of what's going on in the X-verse. Now, since we're on the younger vibe of things, we're going to go to DC, Tiny Titans. An adorable comic for those of you who have kids or who have little brothers and sisters. Tiny Titans is an adorable comic of the young Titans, except they're in elementary school with their teachers being Trigon and Slade and Desaad or Darkseid, however you want to pronounce it, being the lunch lady. It's cute little stories, little segments here and there, great for younger readers, or great to even read and get a giggle out of it yourself. For those more mature readers, they talk about Pet Club, and the first rule of Pet Club is don't talk about Pet Club. So it's a little bit of stuff in there for us older readers who like to get a little kick out of seeing things about the Titans. Now, staying on the DC track, we're going to the Outsiders. Now, for those of you who don't know what's been going on in the DC verse, Batman's dead, supposedly. He died in Final Crisis issue 6. Now, Batman was running the Outsiders. He was recruiting heroes from all over the place to go to the Outsiders. Well, issue 15, Alfred gathers the Outsiders back together and tells them all that they're going to be off the grid. Issue 16, we find out just how off the grid that is by them being into space. Now, there are many different Outsiders that we've got Geoforce in here, we've got Static, we've got many different heroes that are now part of the Outsiders but are working off the grid to be Batman in Batman's absence. Now, since Batman's gone, Gotham's gone to hell in a handbasket. The entire world has gone to hell, essentially. And that leads us to Battle for the Cowl. Azrael, Death's Dark Knight, issue 1 of 3. Now, with everything going on, every hero's trying to step up, trying to make the city feel safe. But there are riots going on everywhere, people dying. It's horrible. In this comic, we see the bat signal with R.I.P. across it, calling out Nightwing. Now, Alfred is trying to charge Nightwing to take Batman's cowl and become the new Batman. But Nightwing, with his own issues, refuses to. Nightwing himself recently had left the Titans to take care of Robin and try to deal with all the insanity going on with Gotham, because he thinks essentially his dad's dead. Now, whether Bruce Wayne is dead or not, we don't know. But we know that everyone is trying to get their in as the new Batman and trying to be the new Batman. So, who will win? Too early to tell. We do know that the Oracle will be coming into this play as well. For those of you not familiar, Oracle, the original Batgirl, Commissioner Gordon's daughter, who was paralyzed by the Joker in The Killing Joke. Now, Azrael is he's a newer character, well, newer wearing this outfit, and stepping in with all his own personal tragedies. Of course, if you're going to wear any type of cowl, you have to have tragedies. And he's essentially lost many people that he cares about. An interesting comic. I look forward to the second one of this, and we'll be taking another break. And when we come back, I'll give a wrap up on a few different things, and even pull out a graphic novel.